On this digitization, Honorable Speaker, I'd like to ask the Cabinet Secretary, what happens with lands that are disputes during digitization process? And I ask that because, Honorable Speaker, there is a land in question in Uasin Gishu County between the people of Uasin Gishu, the county government of Uasin Gishu, and the Department of Defense. But during digitization, you know, a title that was fraudulently acquired was also digitized. So my request to the Honorable CS is during digitization, I think all lands under dispute should not be digitized, because digitizing is further giving legitimacy, you know, to the fraudulently acquired titles. Number two, Honorable Speaker, the CS has said she's constrained in terms of budget for titling of schools. Honorable Speaker, it is my view that now that schools receive even capitation for operations, and it only costs a maximum of 20,000 to actually get a title deed, schools should actually be asked to process their own titles. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The Senator says.
Did I hear the Senator is proposing that we ask the schools to process their own titles? I think then that would require me to move back to the cabinet to have the cabinet resolve to do that. I don't see a big problem in the government. The schools are properties of the government actually. The land is not necessarily in the name of schools, it's reserved for that school, but the titles belong to the National Treasury and they are registered in the name of National Treasury. So I think for us to assist to proceed to do that is important. And we also know that that is the only way we can be able to assure the validity, the sciences, the survey, integrity, and therefore I think it's not a bad thing that the ministry is the one that is finally doing it. You can imagine this is since 1960, this has not been done, so I think we will not be able to leave to the schools. Again, some of the people around the schools are the ones who have grabbed some of the school land. In that process, we'll be able to return any grabbed land. On the question on digitization, what happens to parcels that may be having disputes or have titles or records that are in dispute or are under interrogation and investigation? First, we capture the records that we have, but capturing the records we have by scanning and putting them in as part of our digitization does not mean we will be hindered from interrogating those documentations. But also the KDF land, I think you are referring to the KDF land. We have cancelled all those titles, so we don't longer have any problem. But where we have captured the wrong or disputed land, maybe it is in court, and then we get the new record or other records to say otherwise other than what is in our digital system, we will move to put that as part of our record, and it is possible within that, because as we digitize, we are also using the land laws that exist. So I don't think there is going to be any compromise or danger in our work.
Yeah, thank you, Senator Ososi. Godfrey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have two questions, two supplementary questions to this.
Choose the one which is heavy. The one which is, you consider only one supplementary.
Very well. Mr. Speaker, I would like to know from the CS the compensation plan they have on lands which were compulsorily acquired by the government before the onset of devolution. I am saying this because, Mr. Speaker, there is a sad case of an old man who died 4 years ago and is still lying in the morgue from a place called Kegoye within Vihiga municipality. What happened, Mr. Speaker, is that when Vihiga was gazetted as a district by the then President Moi, there were some people who were relocated to to create space for the construction of the district headquarters. And this old man was one of the